Quick PSA before we jump into today's show. We will be going live here at Chat Sports for the NBA trade deadline. So make sure you tune in Thursday, noon Eastern, 11 Central, right here at youtube.com/chatsports. Coming up on today's show, of course, the biggest drama-filled team in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets, are looking to implode even more after Kyrie was traded to the Mavs. So, Kevin Durant, could he be on the way out of Brooklyn, and could he be moving to Philadelphia? We'll talk on that. Plus, Korkmaz, he is looking for a way out of the Philadelphia 76ers. So, Korkmaz might be done with the team in the city of brotherly love. And then we have 2 trade options for Philly. All that coming up on today's show. Matthew Peterson here filling in for Chase Sr. But if you're excited about the trade deadline, because everyone knows making trades is one of the most fun things in the NBA, hit that thumbs up icon. So let's start with the biggest name on the block potentially this trade deadline, and that is Kevin Durant. So after the Nets traded Kyrie away, there are a lot of people high up with blue check marks on Twitter, so you know they're legit, wondering could KD be on his way out of Brooklyn? And it feels like it's 49% chance that happens. Here's what Woj tweeted out. Among rival teams, there's far more interest in inquiring on Kevin Durant's reaction to Kyrie Irving's trade request and how that may impact KD's future with the Nets. I'm trying to remember the last time the Sixers and the Nets made a deal. It must have been a long time ago. But the Suns apparently are maybe the front runner to go out and get Kevin Durant. And that makes some sense, right? They've been so close to hoisting the NBA championship trophy, just have not really gotten over the top just yet. And KD, he's still KD. He might be a bit older in his career, but we are still talking about one of the best of all time. The Sixers are a long shot, in my opinion. If you came into this video thinking this was going to happen, I've got bad news for you. I don't see it actually going down. But if there is one league to be unpredictable, and if there is one league to pull a rabbit out of the hat, it is the National Basketball Association. So don't quite rule out the Philadelphia Sixers just yet. But let me know, should the 76ers trade for KD? Yes or no? It's going to require a lot, no doubt about it. And I don't think they are necessarily in a position where they have to go boom or bust. Definitely feel like they're approaching those waters. But for now, I think, should they try to? I guess you pick up the phone. You're talking about Kevin Durant here. Does it ever actually materialize, and does Daryl Morey get much closer to it happening? Unlikely here. All right, switching gears here. Let's talk about people going out instead of coming in, and that is Korkmaz requested to be traded. It was a bit awkward. He was asked about it, and he said, "I will not confirm nor deny." And when you say that, you are immediately confirming the report here. But he has been a non-factor on this team. He's not a part of the rotation. He averages 3.8 points per game. He's hardly seen any time on the hardwood. So I'm not shocked that the Turkish native is looking for a trade right now. And we'll run through some interesting quotes and takeaways I've got on this in just a second. But today's show is sponsored by Fume. So we all have bad habits, right? And we're all trying to kick those bad habits, and we certainly know how hard it is to kick those bad habits. So our sponsor, Fume, is on a mission to accelerate humanity's breakup from the bad habits that consume far too many of us. Fume is a natural diffusive device that uses plants and behavioral science to help you trade out your negative habit for a positive one. I personally didn't expect much out of Fume when I got it, but the minty sensation is very powerful, and it also hits the back of the throat. Now, the Journey Pack, which is waiting for you when you go to tryfume.com/chatsports, comes with 3 unique flavors, okay? That's white cranberry, maple pepper, and crisp mint. And as you can see, it's an awesome device. It's lightweight, it's small, it's easy to use and maneuver here. So, more on Fume though. It's not a vape, by the way. It's a non-electronic device designed to transform your negative habits. The easiest way to stop a bad habit is to switch to a positive one. And Fume is designed perfectly to do just that. Head to tryfume.com/chatsports and use code ChatSports to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com/chatsports and use code chatsports to save an additional 10% off. I put that link for everyone in the comments and the description of today's show, so make sure you check it out. But let's go back to talking about trading our Turkish prince here, okay? I think he's getting traded. I would be surprised if he is still on the Philadelphia 76ers roster Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern here. Here's what he said, by the way, a quote from him himself. There is no straight answer to this question, but at the end of the day, I want to be on the court. You are getting the message. He wants to get playing time. There is just not a good spot or a role for him. And it's also, if you remember, not the first time we've gone through this. I think it was 2018. He wanted to get a trade. Eventually, things sort of smoothed out and things got worked out and he got some more playing time. But we've sort of reverted back to we were 4 years ago, and it feels like a trade is going to happen here. So I also want to ask this question, kind of off the wall, but our bosses at Chat Sports are having us kind of do this quick customer service response, if you will. How likely are you to recommend our channel to another 76ers fan? Scale it 1 to 10. If you're an 8, 9, or 10, appreciate you for rocking and rolling with us. And if you're a 7 or lower, let us know what we can improve on for you, and we'll implement that into our show here. Now, next up, I want to talk about trading for a potential backup big. We know Joel Embiid doesn't always have the greatest endurance for playing a full season, so could Morey be in the market for a backup big to add some depth to that position? So the trade rumors are really surrounding these two players. Nerlens Noel, familiar name of course, Sixers legend, and Jarred Vanderbilt, who is a forward with the Utah Jazz. Now, let's start with Nerlens Noel here. This comes from James Edwards at The Athletic. Per league sources, the Heat, Nuggets, Mavericks, Kings, 76ers, and Celtics have recently called the Pistons and inquired about Noel. And then we've got this here, okay, on Vanderbilt. From Jake Fischer at Yahoo Sports. While teams like the Indiana Pacers have viewed the 6'9" Vanderbilt as an attractive option at power forward, Vanderbilt has been described by league personnel as a leading target in Philadelphia's quest to fortify its front court reserve behind Joel Embiid. Now, when you compare Nerlens Noel versus Jarred Vanderbilt, points per game, really everything, it leans Vanderbilt's way. Why? Because he's a part of what they're doing in Utah. He is a part of their game plan. He is in the rotation. He gets a lot of minutes. As for Nerlens Noel, he's a bit expensive, and he's also been phased out here. So Vanderbilt, in my opinion, when you just look at the stats, he is the better option, no doubt about it. But when it comes to money-wise, because you got to match contracts, things could sway another way here. Also, worth noting, I don't know if you guys saw this, Jahlil Okafor, he joined the 76ers G League team the other day, so maybe you're trying to get the band back together, right? Maybe you're trying to reunite that team from almost 10 years ago and just get a whole bunch of first-round busts on one squad there. But pick one to trade for. Would it be Noel or would it be Vanderbilt? Let me know in the comment section. I would go with Jarred Vanderbilt personally, but I want to hear from all 76ers fans right now who you would rather see Morey go out and pull the trigger on a trade for. I appreciate all of you that made us a part of your day. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to do so, just click onto that sub button. It's completely free, and you're going to get tapped in for the best 76ers news, rumors, and right now, most importantly, trade rumors coverage on YouTube.